also like to help my aunt when she sells potatoes. And I wonder why Indonesia is the highest importer country of potatoes. I knew that Indonesia is an agricultural country with its limitless and endless potential of its natural resources among its archipelago. And then I finally got the answer. The quality of potatoes aren't good enough because as we can see on the picture, there are white colonies on the surface of potatoes. At first, I was confused and I did my own research to find out what is the cause of this problem. And then I found that this is because of fungi, Phytophthora infestans. And then I started to browse on internet and then I found this tree. I know this tree. This is papaya tree. And I read that papaya tree has a component that's able to inhibit the growth of fungi. So, have you ever thought to utilize papaya stem as an antifungal? From this problem, I make a project, papaya stem extract versus Phytophthora infestans on potatoes, and I proudly introduce my name, Jocelyne from Indonesia. So, potato productions in Indonesia are decreasing during post-harvest, and farmers usually utilize synthetic fungicide to inhibit the growth of fungi. But we should realize that synthetic fungicide is non-biodegradable because it contains active ingredients such as mancozeb and ethylene bisdithiocarbamide that leaves residue for 1,000 years. If we overuse this synthetic fungicide, it can harm our health. So, a new innovation, which is organic fungicide, is needed because materials are easy to find in nature and also eco-friendly. So, my goals are to prove that papaya stem extract can be used as an antifungal and to determine the most effective concentration to inhibit the growth of fungi. I can utilize papaya stem, especially to inhibit the growth of fungi, and I hope that my project can be a new innovation for the future. So I hypothesize that the papaya stem extract have a component that's able to inhibit the growth of fungi. So the potato productions in Indonesia will increase and Indonesia will produce better quality of potatoes. What is Phytophthora infestans? It is a devastating pathogen and it is causing leaf blight of potatoes. Papaya stems have a primary and secondary metabolite. Primary metabolites such as carbohydrate, protein, fat, and nucleic acid have a function for the growth of papaya itself. And it has secondary metabolite, which is functional group from alkaloid that has a function for the self-protect. And we should know that secondary metabolite can be used as an antifungal. So I decided a method to achieve my goals. First is in vitro, and my first experiment was fungal growth. So firstly, I isolate fungi for 3 days in 3 steps, and then I make PDA media, and then I inoculate fungi to the media, and then I test the various concentrations of papaya stem extract to determine the fungal growth, the diameter of green zone. And the second experiment was about the cell membrane of potatoes. So firstly, I weigh the initial mass of potato cubes, and then I test the various concentrations of papaya stem extract by immersing potato cubes into the extract. And finally, I weigh the final mass of potato cubes to determine the optimum concentration that don't cause the cell membrane of potatoes to lyse. The last experiment is about in vivo, which means I directly apply the papaya stem extract to the real potatoes. So firstly, I inoculate fungi on potatoes, and then I test the various concentrations of papaya stem extract to determine the fungal concentrations on potatoes. This is my result. This graph represents the green zone of the growth of Phytophthora infestans. As you can see on the graph, higher concentrations of papaya stem extract produce the larger diameter of green zone. This graph represents the fungal concentrations. As we can see on the graph, if we give the higher concentrations of papaya stem extract, it will produce the lower fungal growth. So, how does the papaya stem extract attack the cell membrane of fungi? I infer that there is facilitated diffusion concept. So the functional group from alkaloid become a ligand. Ligand is an effector. It has to attach to the receptor, and if it is matched, the protein channel will open and the extract will enter the gate. And what happens after the extract enters the protein channel? It will attack the double bond in polypeptide of the cell membrane of fungi, and it will form a thioester bond. A thioester bond is a hydrophilic. It means it absorbs water and it accelerates the speed of the extract to attack the cell membrane of fungi. We might say that higher concentration is the most effective, but we cannot directly apply to the real potatoes because we should know that the cell membrane of Phytophthora infestas and potatoes are the same, that made up of phospholipid, also contains of polypeptide. So I did an experiment to determine the optimum concentrations that don't cause the cell membrane of potatoes to lyse. And based on data and based on experiment, the optimum concentrations are between 35% to 65% concentrations. And we should know that the extract is not only entering the cell membrane of fungi, but also entering the cell membrane of potatoes. I infer that there is osmosis and facilitated diffusion concept also. So the concentration outside the cell membrane is higher than the concentration inside the cell membrane. And how about the macromolecule, which is functional group from alkaloid? It also becomes a ligand that has to attach to the receptor, and if it is matched, the extract will enter the protein channel. And you may wonder how long the extract still works. It is an optional, and it's based on your need. If you choose 36% concentrations, it means that your extract will prevent from fungal growth for a day. If you choose 40% concentrations, it means that the PAPSF extract will prevent from fungal growth for 2 days, and so on. So the higher concentration of PAPSF extract produce the larger glycerol, and 35% to 65% concentrations don't cause the cell membrane of potatoes to lyse. I can conclude that the PAPSF extract can be used as an antifungal, and 35% to 65% concentrations have a potential that can be used as an antifungal. This is my product. I made the liquid soap from PAPSF extract. So let us start a new life with a new innovation by using PAPSF extract as a bio-antifungal. So our life will be more healthier because the residue doesn't harm our health. And also Indonesia will produce better quality of potatoes. For my future work, I will make a biofungicide that can be used for all farmers in Indonesia. So we know that if you use PAPSF extract, the potato productions will increase in Indonesia, so I can eat the local potatoes as many as I can. Thank you.
Question and answer? Okay. For me, this is interesting because what's the alkaloid compound? Their activity for antifungi, antibacterial, even the anti-tuberculosis and HIV/AIDS. So I know you said before you said you just I see your abstracts. You don't mention that what's the type of the alkaloids compounds, because so many type compound of alkaloid, because we are focused in the alkaloids compounds, but you don't say what type of the alkaloids compounds you in your research.
Actually, there are many alkaloids compound in PAPSF. As you can
full script.
There are so many alkaloids compound, but so far I found them there is carbine and papain. And alkaloid, you know that alkaloid have a functional group, and one of the functional group, which is SH- ion, is able to open the protein channel of the cell membrane.
Okay, this is part of a little bit confusing. This picture from the ligand, you take picture from what? From the
Take it from internet.
take it from the internet, because this is very interesting. If you mention about the ligand in alkaloids, you have to be proved by yourself in the ligands with 3D dimensional using the ligands. So this is, I think this is just metabolites, the metabolite pathway. Yeah, not the secondary metabolites, the metabolite pathway of the alkaloids in the membrane plasma. Okay, so this is not about the ligands in the alkaloid in the plasma membrane. So this is very be careful about this. Okay. So carpine and papain. Before you said this is the major alkaloids in papaya.
Yeah, so far I found that.
You found this is alkaloid.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think it's better you focus to explain about the carpine and papain. Okay, because this is alkaloids. If you mention about just mention this carpine and papain, it's not. I think it's very confusing if you talk about the ligand. The ligand is working for the undergraduate students. This is very confusing. If your panel is a pharmacologist, you can. It's very trivial for you. You said if your panel is pharmacologist, so I think just focus in carpine and papain, just like that.
In your picture, the red dot.
Oh, the red dots, it means that it represents the extract.
Papaya.
Yeah, the papaya cell extract.
So when the protein open, they go inside, and then
Yeah.
they destroy the.
They destroy the double bond in polypeptide of the cell membrane of fungi. And after that, it will form a thioester bond. And then thioester bond is a hydrophilic. It means that it absorbs water and also accelerate the speed of the extract to attack the cell membrane of fungi. So the fungi will die. The Haustoria can absorb the nutrition from the host.
So does it mean the water goes inside the cell membrane? Because you say it's hydrophilic, it loves water, right? And
Yeah.
then the water goes inside the cell membrane.
Yeah, the water and the extract, because the water is macromolecule and the extract itself is a macromolecule, right?
Okay. And what happens with the cell membrane itself? when a lot of water inside, will the cell explode? I don't know what happens then if there is this cell membrane.
Maybe if you choose 10% to 20%, the potatoes will contain a lot of water. So microorganisms will grow easily inside it because it is humid and moist.
This fungi, does it affect only the skin or also the flesh? So the fungi only attack the skin of the potatoes, or it also goes inside to the flesh?
Firstly, they attach on the surface of the potatoes and then they go inside to absorb the nutrition from the potatoes.
Could I have a question? Can I see this in the picture in vivo applying optimum concentration to potatoes?
You mean the
vivo?
graph?
Yeah, the photograph.
This one?
No, the photo.
Oh, photo.
Yeah. So you inoculate fungi on potato by injection with
Yeah,
syringe.
Not actually, I was not inject too deep. Just inject on the surface of
On
potatoes.
surface of the potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then when for the extract of the papaya, you inject. So first you grow up the fungi
Mhm.
in the potato.
Yeah.
So for the in vivo, you have to inject against the extract of the papaya.
No, actually, for my experiment, I
Uh-huh.
immersed the potatoes to the papaya stem extract.
Okay.
Can this be used to other veg, other than fungi and other vegetables?
You mean the papaya stem?
Yes.
I think it can be used for another vegetables because papaya stem have a secondary metabolite which can be used as an antifungal. So the functional group from alkaloid will work to inhibit the growth of fungi in all vegetables.
So why did you choose potato?
Because actually I have two reasons. First one, I love to eat potatoes, and I realized that why Indonesia is the highest importer country of potatoes based on data I got from the internet. So I want that Indonesia can produce better quality of potatoes by Indonesia. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, other questions from the audience? Tadi ada yang baru datang, Pak Hasrul, salah satu pembina kita juga dari Universitas Indonesia, Pak Lukman Yode dari Sport Science. Nanti tahun depan belum lebih ada pembinaan sportnya. Okay, other question?
One question maybe. Do you have experience with pure papaya stem, not extracted, directly to use for antifungal? No?
You mean
Is it possible then not extract the papaya stem, but only direct mix pure or I don't know what
Just blend
blend
papaya.
also.
Actually, I'm not experienced that. Maybe I can try it to make.
Yeah, maybe if we can, the same function, this is not usable.
In your opinion, is it possible?
In my opinion, it is possible also because the papaya itself contains secondary metabolite, right? So it is possible, I think.
Yeah.
Pakai pupuk. Maybe it can be used for fertilizers. That's you have to think of it. Because carpine and papine is almost maybe 40%, 30% in the stem extract of papaya. So maybe it can be used for fertilizer. But you have to control the environmental conditions for this.